Hi, welcome to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm here with a pick a card reading for you. And today's topic is all about someone on your mind and what do they wish they could say to you. And this could be someone in no contact. This could be a crush. This could be someone that just doesn't feel like they can speak freely about how they feel. But how do they truly feel about you? What do they wish they could say about you or wish they could say to you? We do have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile number 1 with the moon and back card. Pile number 2 with the observer. And pile number 3 with the secrets card. So whichever pile is calling out your name, there could be messages waiting from Spirit today. My timestamps are listed below. And if you are subscribed to the channel, I invite you to please drop your comment below any of my readings this month for your chance to win a free tarot reading from me. You can also enter underneath my shorts videos as well, just leaving me a comment. And I will notify you in the comment section if you are chosen the winner. But I give you clear indications on how to reach out to me via one of my links below. Please do not get scammed by people posing as the Tarot Cottage or sending unsolicited DMs here or on Instagram. Now, if you're new to the channel, we of course would love to have you join our beautiful soul family by subscribing to the channel. And make sure that you are dropping your comments as well below for your chance to win the free tarot reading. But for today's pick a card topic, the person on your mind, what do they wish they could say to you right now? Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. I'm going to jump into pile number 1. Hi, pile 1, you were drawn to the moon and back, and this is your reading. How does the person on your mind really feel? What do they wish they could say to you right this moment? This particular card speaks of a lot of longing. Someone who keeps their desires hidden, or someone who remains passive and just remains hidden in their true feelings. The crescent moon speaks about a hidden desire or something that they're sitting upon that they know that they want, but they haven't been taking action upon it. I also think about that Sam McBratney book, the children's book, with this quote, to the moon and back. And it speaks to sort of longing forever. It's like loving you forever. All conditions accepted. You know, it doesn't matter what the conditions are. It doesn't seem to affect how they truly feel about this connection. So let's take a look here and see. What do they wish they could say, please, to pile number 1, the person on pile 1's mind? What do they wish they could say, please? Oops. We're already starting with the Queen of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio coming out first. Ooh. The Strength. My goodness, 9 of Cups with an explosion. And this is definitely a card of wishful thinking. The 9 of Cups, it's desire, it's my hopes. Perhaps they're leaving them hidden because we have buried treasure here. The Fool. Death. Back of deck, we have the 9 of Pentacles. I just also saw the Queen of Pentacles, and they are emphasizing sort of position or emphasizing your beauty. Let's clarify as we go forward, please. We've got another bit of an explosion here. 2 of Pentacles, Judgment, and the 2 of Cups. Now, one of the very first messages that's already coming out of this spread for you, pile 1, is the desire to be in a relationship, but also the acknowledgement of recognizing that they can't do that for us now, or they can't express that to you in this present moment, but they do wish to express it. They do wish to tell you how much they want to be in a relationship with you, but there's the 10 of Swords now on back of deck, and like a depletion of helplessness. It's like this feels like a wish fulfillment or a fantasy, a dream that I'm having about you. And I feel like I've had it for a while. There is a reference to wishing that they could literally give you their heart and say all of the things that maybe they forgot to say in the past. And they're saying, I forgot to say this, or I thought I had more time to say it and I didn't get a chance to say it. Because the truth is look at how the Queen of Cups is offering her heart. And they want that reciprocated. They want that in return too. They want to hear it back. It's like, I want to offer you my heart. I want to tell you exactly how I feel. I don't want you to forget about me. even though it feels like wishful thinking and I don't know how to get, Four of Cups now, I don't know how to get to where I want to be. It's like I want to take my mask off. I want to be open and honest with you. I want a turn of events in my favor. But this was sort of teetering out on a sort of a sideways position of limbo. And it's the strength that ultimately pushes the Wheel of Fortune, pushes the Chariot in the direction of our design. Because what they also want to discuss is this possibility that the two of you could be fated or could be destined in some way. They hope that that's the case. But they also feel like they cannot say it, at least not now. They can't say what they really feel. They can't express it from the heart because they do feel limited. They don't feel safe to say it. And perhaps because they could be in a commitment cycle, or because they could be worried that you won't reciprocate. They just don't feel like they can commit to the desire or the wish fulfillment when it comes to you. But they have so much that I feel like they want to say. Just spied the Knight of Swords. And what they also wanted to say too is that I should have taken the risk with you. And it could be a risk now that I still wish that I could take with you. But risk is a part of this equation. And we could have it all together. And the fact that they haven't taken the risk towards you is not indicative of how they actually feel, because they keep expressing abundance in reference to you. And of how valuable and how worthy you are as well. They want to make sure you know that you are worthy of love, and that even though they're holding back, it doesn't mean that you're not worthy of it. It doesn't mean that they feel that way. We have the Lovers. And I can't deny this is not going to be a message for everyone, but this person is, for someone, this person's indicating a decision between people, and that could be why now's not the time. But they don't want to give up on this idea or the concept of eventually we could get there. They also want to tell you that there's a lot of distractions in their life right now that they feel like they are juggling. But they recognize that the end of one thing brings in the opportunities for something more. They also have questions for you. Seven of Cups, here the Nine of Pentacles. They have questions for you about whether or not you want this, whether or not you're interested, how you feel. But if this is indicative of the Divine Feminine's heart in this situation or in this scenario, Spirit says you are in love with this person, or you feel a lot of love for this person. They want you to know that they want the opportunity. They just have some shadow work or some obstacles to overcome before they can bring this idea into life. They need to eliminate some distractions. Maybe they're being pulled in different directions for whatever reasons. All of these major themes are going to represent something different for the collective who's tuning in today. And sometimes this death cycle with the Lovers means the death of a relationship that's required so I can go into what I want. Sometimes this is just reflecting upon the full spectrum of the decisions I have to make to give life to this connection, and I'm not quite ready to take that approach yet. I'm taking a passive approach. But despite that, they keep wanting to emphasize, despite the passive approach that you see me taking, it is not indicative of my desire to be passive, because they know what they want. They're just afraid that they can't get there yet. They're just afraid of the consequences, perhaps, of what happens on the journey there. We have here Magic, Moonlight Enchantment. And you can see how the wolf is howling at the moon. And there's this desire. It's like, I'm howling for you. It's like, where are you? It's almost, I'm picking up on like Elsa when she's hearing the song coming from the forest. We also have here Stillness, reflecting pool. They also want to communicate about the mistakes that they've made and how they've really thought about their past actions or lack of action towards you in the past. They've really reflected upon that, and they're afraid if they gave you the impression that you were minimized or that you were just an option. They want to bring forward that idea as well. Here's the Stag, Spirit, leadership. And they're emphasizing strength, and they're emphasizing endurance with the leadership. They're also emphasizing position. And then again, looking above the immediate appearances of things to see the discernible truth of their feelings, because again, it could be a position that they are a leader within that stops them from being able to progress or take their mask off at this time, but they still want to emphasize that I still have hope that we could get there eventually. I just can't do this yet. And it could require, again, the death of something in order to kind of have a rebirth. Someone could also be emphasizing children as a factor, so please take that as it resonates. What do they wish they could say, please, to pile number 1? I don't want to be with anyone else, despite if there is the presence of other people. It may not be what they're looking for, what they want. But I heard a quote today that really struck me that said, whatever you are complacent in, you're choosing. Whatever you're complacent in, you're choosing. It says, I've been putting myself first and it's only hurting me more, and I miss being intimate with you. What do they wish they could say right now, please? I never meant to hurt you. It wasn't you. It was me. I just saw I have options, but I only want you on the back of that deck as well. I regret walking away from you. And it says, you really have been by my side. I do cherish you for that. So despite perhaps walking away, leaving this situation in the past, this has been a presence. The thoughts of you, the rumination of this connection has been a presence. Again, they're referencing children to the moon and back. You could have come of age with this person. There could have been an aspect of youth in your past. What do they wish that they could say, please? Whoopsie daisy. We're already getting messages flopping out of the deck. I haven't forgotten about what we shared. What do they wish that they could say for pile number 1? We have here, I am speechless without you, but having a lot that they would like to unlock. But now it says we're skating on thin ice, and a reference here to a breakthrough. That perhaps the two of you almost had a breakthrough in the past. They could feel like they're skating on thin ice when it comes to their feelings for you now because of the danger associated with both of you being on the ice at the same time. Especially at this moment, because they are emphasizing how now is not the time. I am struggling to be who you built me up to be. And I almost feel like this is a reference to themselves. The version of themselves that they're trying to focus on at this moment, perhaps commitment cycles or their career. It's like they're struggling. And the truth is that they hold this connection on a pedestal. They wonder if you hold them on a pedestal. It says, I do see a future with you. I bring you up all the time. And I don't necessarily feel like they're talking to you or about you. I feel as though that thoughts of you, though, get brought up all the time. Their higher self brings you up all of the time. The back of the deck says, right now I'm feeling a lot of external pressure, and that could be why they haven't expressed themselves and their true feelings for you up to this point. What do they wish they could say, please, to pile number 1? We have the weasel and the pine. It says introspection. They want to emphasize going down that rabbit hole of reflection. It's like, I've had time to think about everything. I've had time to get frustrated with myself and to go through those stages of grief. And then we have the snake in the fern. It says starting over and wishing that they could. It's like, I want to go back to the past. I want to go back to the day we met, just like that song. And they would go out on a limb. It's almost as though they're saying, I wouldn't make the same mistake twice. Because I've been able to reflect upon the past, I would not make the same mistake twice. I would explore this. I would go for it. I would take that risk if I were to go back in time. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 1. What is the last message that they have in the bowl? What do they wish that they could say to pile number 1 at this time, please? 5 of Swords. They're almost afraid to say what they want to say because they're afraid it could create conflict, maybe in, again, relationship. Here with the Lovers in the reverse, it does speak about arguments or breakups, jealousies, and feeling like they really made bad choices, maybe in love, particularly in this connection as well. And they can't stop thinking about maybe the breakup or the disconnect with you. They can't stop thinking about the moment they made the decision, the bad decision in their opinion, of perhaps choosing their own ego over the connection and choosing healing in this connection. feel like they're going over events in their mind. And we have I. We have V and E. Ivy could be a name. We have the key. It's like somebody who has unpacked the truth. We have the letter J. And we also have the hammer. I think of work elements, but also persistence, self-sabotage as a tool. Pile number 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. And if it does, please drop your comment below for your chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and I do update that shop daily, so keep checking back. But please come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hello, Pile 2. You were drawn to the Observer, and this is your reading. What does the person on your mind wish that they could say to you right this moment? You can see in the Observer, she's looking through the lens of an old-fashioned camera. She's got some dandelion seeds flying above her head as well. If you are in separation from the person on your mind, they are watching you. Now, even if you are not in separation, if you could be working with this person, for instance, or going to school, or they just know you in life, they're still observing you. And there's a reference to the past, and a reference to the influence from the past as well, and wishful thinking, desire. And maybe letting those wishes go unobserved or letting those wishes go unfulfilled. So let's take a look here. So for pile number 2, please, what do they wish they could say right this moment to pile number 2? We have the Temperance. They have waited a while to say these things to you. Three of Wands, the High Priestess. And Spirit's even saying that some of these messages that come through are not going to come as a shock to you. They're not going to come as a huge surprise to you, because there is a certain amount of intuition you've had over this person's feelings. King of Cups. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. Back of the deck, we do have the Devil. Now, there could be a message here, a work reference to this Eight of Pentacles, but it also speaks to perhaps the hard work that they've had to put into suppressing how they truly feel here. So let's clarify as we go forward. Two of Cups. Three of Pentacles, the World, the Ace of Pentacles. The Six of Swords. What this person really wants to start with clarity. They really want to start with the necessity and the desire for clarity between the two of you. It's like they know how they feel. And the truth is that they're saying, even though they haven't shown this, and maybe they're taking way too long to show this, but they feel as though they are teetering on love. Like they claim to be holding a lot of emotion towards you. And it may be hard work to keep themselves back. Yeah, there's the Eight of Wands now. Because they just feel this strong momentum propelling them towards you, especially lately. This person wants you to know that they've been feeling a really strong desire to take action, especially lately. And I feel like they've been feeling this way for you for a really long time. They've been watching you. They want you to know that. They've dreamt about even taking you on like vacations or taking you on trips here. And it's like they're working on a solution. They want you to know that they're working on a solution to create change. They're working on a solution to tell you how they feel. Because they want you to know the impression that you leave. They want you to know how important you actually are to them. Here's the Seven of Swords. And they haven't been honest. They have lied about it for too long. Here's the Seven of Pentacles. I've lied about it for too long. And if this is in reference to someone in the work realm, then it doesn't matter. They're watching you in that work realm. And when they think about the future, they want to think about you in that future. They want to see you in a relationship with them, but they are indicating that now cannot be the time, or they're waiting for the perfect moment. But it's like they have intention. They have plans to clarify everything. And for some watching, if this is, again, if it's not a work connection, if it's a no contact, they're willing to call it closure. But I feel like there's a different agenda there, if I'm honest with you. Because they're saying, I need closure, I need clarity, I need a conversation with you, I want to talk to you. But the truth is what they really want to say is, I want this momentum to propel me towards you. I want what we would call closure to just be the start of the process for us to propel us towards abundance and the full spectrum. It's like, I want to know how you're feeling. And there's a lot of similarities to pile 1 because they're talking about challenges to overcome and risks that they have to take and obstacles they have to get out of the way, whether they're practical or emotional. But they're calling them practical. But when they think about the future, they think about you in it. Here's the Devil, here's the Queen of Swords, and there's the Six of Cups. And they are emphasizing reunions. They're emphasizing reunions, and now they're also, again, because I'm reading for the collective, there's lots of different energies that come in. They're also referencing maybe children keeping me attached or responsibilities stopping me from progress right now. That's why I'm observing you. But I also have desire. I also have wishful thinking. And there's a reference in this card to like taking a photo, and then it's like lining up the shot, being very, very patient, taking that shot. So even though patience may be a virtue here, they want us to know that ultimately they hope that their patience will pay off. And I don't think that they're impatient. I just feel like they felt a growing momentum towards telling you how they feel. They want to tell you so badly how they feel. We have here healing. Again, with respect to closure or clarity between the two of you, they don't want to cross any boundaries. Boundaries could be an issue. They don't want to create any obstacles for you. Again, boundaries could be an issue. So they're coming in under the guise of clarity, under the guise of closure, but we also have the Pegasus of transcending obstacles. And the truth is that freedom might be a part of this. They wish that they could tell you exactly how they feel, but they feel like they can't because they're trying to maintain some type of stability. But you make them rethink everything. You make them rethink their boundaries. You make them want to transcend above them. You make them rethink their entire existence, I feel. And even though they're in denial right now, or even though they're denying how they feel right this moment in the present, they don't have intentions of doing that forever. That's a temporary denial. They're just trying to avoid conflict right now. We have the Vulture. It says upheaval. So they're circulating around what might happen if they express how they feel. But they're also claiming that they're getting rid of karmic cycles. Something's dying below. Something's coming to a close, or they're intending for something to come to a close. So they don't want this to go to waste the way that they feel. We do have the Salamander and the Black Pepper inspiration. And there's a lot of Sagittarius energy that comes out of this little lizard. So they could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius potentially. We have a lot of Capricorn here as well, and Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. They are in protection mode in this moment, but you are the inspiration that's actually coaxing them out of that protection realm. It's like the inspiration that you create makes them feel willing to risk something. We have here the eel and the iris, safety. And there's electricity associated with the eel. And when I think of the iris, I think of the third eye. So again, there's wisdom codes that you're sitting upon. It's like this isn't a surprise that this person feels this way or desires more. Again, especially in reference to the work realm, or perhaps even in a separation type of energy. But even the separation isn't the overarching theme here. But they do watch you. I feel like they can't help but watch you sometimes. What do they wish they could say, please, to pile number 2? If I asked you to stay, would you leave? Because they think that they're in love with you. It says, love is the answer. Like, what would you do if I told you how I felt? Would you leave behind your obstacles? Definitely coming out. It says here, I still don't have all of the answers, but I definitely know how I feel. I just may not be able to execute the practical steps yet, but I definitely know how I feel. I am absolutely in love with you, but it's time to ground myself. It says, do I dream about you too much? I dream about you all the time. Is it a little bit too much? Is it more than I deserve? Is what I'm hearing. Do you see me that way? It says, I'm trying to manifest you, but do you even see me in that light? And that's what they're gaining. They want to gain closure, clarity. It says, I hope that you'll wait for me Then we have yeah, nah. Somebody who could be taking like a passive approach. Oopsie daisy. I think we should see other people. So third party could be a factor for you or for this person. They did mention boundaries. And it says here, I need more answers. So although they can't commit to a choice right now, they're still holding space for the potential for more. And this could be an indication of action that they may wish to take or plan on taking in the future. What do they wish they could say, please? You are my happy place. It's like escapism. I think about you when I'm all alone. And when I do, you make me come alive when I think about you. Oopsie. I'm sorry if I hurt you. And friends with benefits. This could be a fantasy that they've had, or perhaps this was the dynamic of your connection in the past. It could just be a fantasy. I wouldn't make the same mistake twice. What are you doing right now? Back of the deck says, I've made a lot of mistakes in this connection. Other side says, you have intimidated me and you always have. What is the final message that they wish they could say to pile number 2, please? What do they wish they could say right now to pile number 2? You represent this option, this key on the ring, decisions, unconventional, stringing along in one night stand. So they have had fantasies about being in a physical relationship with you. Again, they might think that that's crossing some type of boundary. We have coffin, endings that bring in new beginnings. Growth, changed mind, liberation, and transition. So now may not be the time because they could be focused on stability. But we have Cupid's arrow, having faith, love is coming, surprise invitation or a meeting and a hesitation towards that. This person might reach out to you out of the blue. Or if it's a no contact, if you are working with them, they might express themselves suddenly in an unexpected way, trying to create clarity between how the two of you truly feel. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. What is the very last thought they had? What do they wish they could say about pile number 2? Empress energy, 4 of Pentacles. Now, there's this reference to like vulnerability in my position or maybe in my home realm, but you create a spark of inspiration that makes me want to move from one realm to another. I do feel like fear kind of grounds them in this moment, but they are also really were thinking about the abundance that you represented, and all of the pomegranates are really showing themselves to me on her dress. So that it's a sense of temptation. It's like the Garden of Eden. We have from, and I always think of do I know you from somewhere when I see that. We also have the Degas ruin, which is a dawn ruin. Somebody with the fear of loss, so feeling like they lose you or losing someone else. We have YT, could be YouTube. We also have the clipboard, I think of work elements, but also a to-do list. And we have good luck on the side of the divine feminine. We also have the screwdriver. Again, I think of, or the screw, I think of work, but I also think about sexual energies as well. Pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. Drop your comment below for your chance to win a reading with me. Be sure to hit your notification bell. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and I do update that shop daily, and I have a very fast turnaround, so keep checking back. Sometimes you'll go to the page and it'll be empty and I've just sold out for the day, but I do update the shop every single day, so be sure to check back there. But I hope you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the Secrets card, and this is your reading. How does the person on your mind really feel? What do they wish that they could say to you right now? You can see here with the Secrets card, she's holding on to all of these keys, and she's got this moon with the keyhole in it. She's also wearing her hair in a braid, and for me, the details are very important because there could be a fear of like letting the secret out of the bag, worrying about reactions, worrying about your opinion, worrying about other people's opinion as well. So they could be hesitating to let that out. They could need to release that fear in order to create progress here. But let's take a look and see what they wish they could say, please, to pile number 3. I'm going to use the Cat Tarot for you today. What do they wish they could say to pile number 3 right now? We have the 3 of Wands. We have the King of Swords, and we have the 3 of Swords. And they feel like they can't say it. They feel like they can't say it right this moment. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Here's the 10 of Swords. And I just heard it's like what I want is so close yet so far away. So it's like maybe you're within like arm's reach of me, but I can't have what I want here. It's like this cat is stuck on the screen door, but it can't escape. It can't get out. And it's almost, I feel like climbing the walls, you know, when I'm feeling anxious. Here's the 5 of Swords with the Ace of Wands. And here's the 4 of Cups. They also want to say that sometimes they may give you the impression that they're ignoring you altogether. Like you may sometimes get this impression of like, why does this person ignore me? And they really want to establish that appearances are very deceiving with how they truly feel about the situation and about you. They feel like they cannot say what they want to say. And look at how the Ace of Pentacles, how the cat is kind of looking suspiciously at the treat. Because this speaks of opportunity. It's like I have opportunity perhaps to say exactly what I want to say to you. But I'm helpless. I can't do it. But they do want to establish that they have thought about what they want to say. Like I have a whole script available for myself. I have thought about what I want to say, but I can't do it because there's devil energy here, attachment energy. And they don't want to create conflict for you. And they don't want to create conflict for themselves as well. And so they're talking about how their fear really makes them show their true side. Because I'm hearing showing my stripes. The situation really shows what I'm made of, which they're saying is not a lot of authority right now. But even if they ignore you, or even if they what you would perceive as someone who's overlooking you, it is not a testament to how they truly feel. They just feel stuck in the position that they're in. And they're highlighting this brown box, this brown cardboard box, and the aspect of it being a cube. And the reference to how I'm afraid of where this is going to land me if I express how I feel. But there's this desire, this inspiration for me to chew myself out of this box. And they want you to know that you are that inspiration that's asking them to find a hole, find an escape route. But this is also speaking with the 4 of Cups to their own helplessness. And how they need to adopt a new approach or a new outlook, because sitting in the 4 of Cups, sitting in the 10 of Swords, that doesn't allow for any type of progress at all. I just heard they want to play with you. That's why it's like, I want to play with you. Here's the World. And they're speaking here about expansion, especially in a physical sense, like in a sexual sense perhaps, and how that's unfinished. So you may never have had a physical relationship with this person. They feel like that's unfinished or undiscovered, and they dream about taking that risk. Here's the Ace of Swords and the 3 of Swords. But the reality could be another person, for instance. The reality could be, again, challenges in my practical realm. And that's what makes them defensive about actually going for the expansion that they want. Now, part of this could just be lack of clarity or lack of collaboration with you. It's like your willingness. But even here with the 3 of Swords, it's like somebody who tries to act like, you can see the bow tie, act like a gentleman, act like they're in love. But again, despite third party, if there is one, this person still thinks really highly of you, and they wish that they could say that. Here's the Star, because it's like they have a huge crush on you. You are the inspiration. You are the motivation. This is Aquarius energy. You could be an Aquarius. This person could be an air sign as well. There's a lot of intelligence that they possess. But when it comes to you, again, it's like I lose my wits. My wits are not collectible. It's like I lose my wits. Nine of Pentacles. And again, the reference to having to keep it a secret and helplessness because of position, but also about how you distract them. How you distract them. And they even though they feel like they're very stoic, I feel like they sort of are very obvious with their feelings about you in some way. And my light just went out. It's like they're very obvious about their feelings because Spirit said that they're not very good at hiding their true feelings. But why would they want to? Queen of Pentacles in the Judgment. Because you are beautiful. But again, they don't want to create havoc for you, or it's like a loss of position, loss of stability for you. They're really concerned about that. But they keep referencing this little rabbit down in the corner of the card, and the fertility and the desire. And it's like a fight or flight response. It's like I want to explore, but the conflict stops me from giving into that inspiration. Back of the deck is the Judgment and the Five of Cups. And they also want to communicate with you like this feeling of regret over choices that they've made. It's like the difference between saying I can't and someone saying I wish I could, but I can't. It's like that difference. And they're saying the second energy. They're saying I wish I could, I just can't. I just can't. I wish I could, because you represent something so different. You represent like something lively, like a breath of fresh air. There's something appealing about the independence, or at least how you project that, confidence in how you project that. It's like they want to align with your energy. What do they wish they could say, please? We have family coming through here. Somebody maybe being the leader in a position like that at work or at home. We also have prosperity, though. And the reflection of these lilies, these tiger lilies, and the tiger lily specifically is a symbol of risk for the divine feminine. So it's like this idea of you luring me into risk, maybe putting aside my prosperity, putting aside my family, putting aside my abundance in order to go towards the sweet results in this connection. Back of the deck says success. And this reference to the boat and the wishful thinking, it's like they feel like they have to choose between position and this connection with you, this desire for you. Let's get some message cards here. What do they wish they could say, please, to pile number 3? We both know I'm not the one for you. But this is their logic, the logical side of their brain talking, which is trying to get them from risking anything. I've been hiding behind material things, but look, I'm so attracted to you on the back of deck. What do they wish they could say, please, to pile number 3? I can feel you leaving me behind. It's time for me to heal now, and I'm starting to begin to understand our connection. Spirit says they may not be as close as they think they are to understanding this connection. You were or are the best thing in my life. What do they wish they could say, please? I remember every detail of that day. Again, I'm so attracted to you on the back of the deck. And they keep emphasizing the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. When they show up together, I know that this person's really, really struck by your appearance. We have here, I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. Back of the deck says, but I'm not available. And that could be the issue behind the lack of progress that they've shown up to this point. What do they wish they could say, please, to pile? Whoopsie daisy. Here we have, I've thought about surprising you with a date. And I have an offer for you. I've looked into tarot readings. I've been dreaming about you. What do they wish they could say, please? You have been triggering me. I know that you are my twin flame. And I've thought about living together. Back of deck. sexual thoughts that run through my mind. So it's like this person's fantasizing about everything. The whole package. I never meant to hurt you. It wasn't you, it was me. And regret over walking away or decisions. I've thought about having a family with you, but a reference to commitment cycles or family. I've been hurt by love before. When we first met, I just always had this feeling about you. What do they wish they could say right this moment to pile number 3, please? Whoopsie. Twin flames again. That we like each other equally. There's duality. We would complement each other. It's like we would look good together. We have here relationship is evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. They also want to highlight that transformation they feel like is possible. But the transformation is only possible if this person starts to heal themselves first and again unlocks the secrets of their own desire, making themselves known to them, both themselves and other people, regardless of fear of how they will be received. They are interested in conversing and talking more. It says a weighted message arrives, an email and a hovering. And on the floor, it says here the Grim Reaper, the relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform your life. They could feel like this is what's necessary in order for them to progress with you. Back of the deck says, I really like you. Someone likes you, romance is blooming. They have fun flirting with you and they wish that you could date. Wishing that they could have an opportunity for you, pile 3. Let's get a charm bowl for pile number 3, please. What do they wish they could say in the bowl for pile number 3? Temperance. Now there is sometimes a very physical aspect to temperance, so they could be referencing that in this moment. They're also referencing that perhaps, again, they have so many secrets they want to unlock, that liking you, loving you, wanting you is a secret that they don't feel like they can take that challenge upon right this moment because of the fear of other people's opinions. So they are in an aspect of self-protection, at least for now. But their focus is on you. Again, despite that immediate appearance, the focus is here. Here's the tooth. This came out, I believe, in pile 2 as well. The fear of loss. We have B and H. We have thirst for divine feminine energy, but we do also have the baby carriage. So there could be a reference to children being a factor or emotional immaturity. We have the divine mercy of Jesus. There could be a Christian or Catholic reference. And the phone off the hook. So if the two of you are in contact or texting in some way, I would anticipate that there could be more of that between the two of you. And this is acting as a temptation, but we could have a family energy or family issue that's stopping us from moving into that temptation. We could have a fear of losing the family or children, for instance. All right, that is what I have for you today, pile number 3. If it resonates with you, please be sure to drop your comment below for your chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading as well, and I update that shop daily, so keep checking back. But I hope you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.